Hi, I'm Jordan Decker, your statewide energy efficiency coordinator. December 2015 was an exciting month. The meetings in Paris, held by the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change and other climate action-focused groups, drew attention to the global need for collaboration on climate and energy. Let's go to the cities of Oakland and Richmond to hear what they're doing to support the message of COP21 in their communities.
So the COP21 agreement really is the first time all national governments have gotten together and said we accept responsibility for this. Cities need to be part of the solution, and that's a big part of why Oakland was there. We, along with 11 other cities, were part of the local climate leaders circle, advocating for formal recognition of local governments. We think that the innovations that are going to drive the solutions for climate change really do happen at the local level. Cities are responsible for the majority of energy emissions, cities are where most of the people in the world live, and cities are where the companies that are going to drive these technology and policy solutions, where they operate, where they thrive, and where they're incubated.
I didn't have a clue that there was going to be so much there about cities, but as it turned out, that was the real emphasis, and so it was particularly engaging for me to go and be a part of it. And I was one of only 3 mayors from California. The other two were Libby Schaaf from Oakland and Eric Garcetti from Los Angeles. So I felt really privileged to be one of 3 mayors representing California there. The one thing that came out of it that was particularly interesting to me was the emphasis on what they call subnationals, which would be, in the United States, it would be our states, our counties, and our cities. And there was a particular interest and emphasis on cities. The fact that cities have, up until now, really been the pioneers. They have pioneered a lot of the techniques and policies that are now spreading to other cities, to other countries, and coming up from the grassroots into national governments, because the cities have proven that they can work. Well, I think what I took back is that this is not, sometimes when you're working on something that important, you feel like you're by yourself, or that you're just a part of a few cities in California or whatever. But the one thing that's there is that this is a worldwide movement, and it's not just small cities like Richmond. We're talking about all the great cities of the world. You can find something that everybody wants, whether it's money, whether it's housing, whether it's jobs, whether it's safe communities. There's something for everybody there. What are the fastest growing job sectors in California? And one of them is clean energy. There's a huge amount of money that is going out to cities through cap and trade. And so if you have improvements that you need to make in your city, and you're willing to do them in a way that is conducive to fighting climate change, there's a lot of money there for you. If the agreement that happened as a result of COP21 is going to be successful, it's going to be successful because cities have taken the lead. It's in your hands. You can't sit back and let somebody else deal with it. It's something that we're going to have to deal with at home. We're going to have to deal with it city by city.
So we have a really engaged community here. A poll shows that Alameda County residents, where Oakland is located, are among the most informed on climate issues anywhere in the United States. We're trying to leverage this. We have a group called the Oakland Climate Action Coalition that formed around advocacy to the city on these issues. It's more than 30 environmental organizations, and they work together to run community climate forums. They've created community solar cooperatives. They've done a number of things. The city has really made an effort to build partnerships to help advance our energy efficiency and renewable energy goals. Our East Bay Energy Watch, it's a local government partnership with our investor-owned utility, has done a remarkable job in bringing dollars in to do energy efficiency, to do workforce training and help build green jobs within our community. We've also done partnerships with a number of different community groups, nonprofits, and the private sector who shares a lot of the same goals. Oakland is home to more than 350 clean and green tech companies that employ more than 7,000 people. We're doing a number of really innovative projects right now. We're in the process of constructing a 9.5-mile bus rapid transit line that's going to connect San Leandro to downtown Oakland through some of our most low-lying and most vulnerable population areas. We're also doing a number of changes to our solid waste programs to reduce the amount of emissions coming out of our landfills and create a more comprehensive system that just eliminates waste throughout our economy. But the biggest thing that I think we're doing is we're finding better ways to work with our community, to inform them and have everybody in the community lead a low-carbon lifestyle. Because we can do changes to new building codes, we can do new policies, these are going to be important, but until we fundamentally get everyone in the culture to understand and adapt to a changing world, we're not going to be able to meet these long-term 2050 goals for deep carbon reductions.
We're meeting today in our rehabilitated City Hall complex, and it was a LEED Gold project. Rather than build a new project, we rehabilitated this entire campus that was built just after World War II. And not only is it LEED certified, but it's also a National Register Historic District. Most of these buildings have photovoltaic panel arrays on the roof, but also as a LEED Gold project, it has minimal energy consumption. We got one of the first grants for affordable housing through Cap and Trade, which made a significant affordable housing project possible in Richmond. And they put it together using tax credits, in this case money from Cap and Trade. All affordable housing projects have to have that. And so not only will it be less expensive for them to operate it, but it'll be less expensive for the people who live in it.
The City of Oakland has committed to retrofitting its facilities to be both energy efficient as well as to put as much rooftop solar to create more renewable energy as possible. We've looked at doing comprehensive lighting retrofits, we do energy efficiency throughout the buildings, we're looking at modernizing the HVAC systems, and we're recently contracted through an RFP to do solar on a number of different rooftops, more than 1 megawatt of new solar. Californians have the opportunity to not only learn from each other and from the global community, but to be the driving force in these solutions, not at their own scale, but at a truly global scale.
This is a worldwide movement, and it's not just small cities like Richmond. We're talking about all the great cities of the world. I think knowing that you're part of a huge movement, it gives you a lot of confidence, and it also gives you a lot of resources. So it makes it easier. It's like you're going downhill instead of uphill. Well, there's a lot of help out there, and one of the best places to go is the Local Government Commission. They're really set up to help people out. They're a great partner, and I would recommend anybody who's interested to look into that.
I think an important thing for newly emerging leaders within sustainability and climate change, the best thing you can understand is the operations of the city. You have to understand where there's deferred maintenance needs within the infrastructure system, what the political priorities are, what the social priorities are within your community, and then work to make your solutions part of those processes. Those opportunities exist in every city, in every county, and even in private industry. The more you can align things you're seeking to do in sustainability with broader goals of a mayor, supervisors, council, or your own city administration, the more effective you're going to be at meeting these long-term goals.